How to add detail to a wall section which is reusable on the callouts. So if you look at this wall section at 1 to 20, it looks fairly empty. It is incomplete, and we need to add some detail components and information that belongs on a wall section. Now the modeling only goes so far, so as a rule of thumb we might model to about 90% and then have to add detail components for the last 10% and the annotation. Now if we flip to this detail up here at the parapet, detail number 3, you can see that this detail is properly filled in. It's got all of the detail components going with it, and it's got annotation, and so it's a satisfactory detail. What I'm going to show you now is how to take this level of detail back to the wall section. So we start out with just selecting everything. We're going to select everything, and then in the bottom right area of your viewing screen is a funnel, which is a filter. And if I click on that filter, it shows a list of categories and numbers of items that are selected. What I'm going to do now is deselect all of the modeled components. All of the things that have been modeled, I'm going to ignore because they already exist back at my wall section. So I'm only going to include the detail items that I have added to this view. So detail items, check. Dimensions, no. Grids, no. Insulation batting lines, yes. Levels, no. Lines, yes. These are all things that I've added. Roof, no. Structure, no. Text, yeah. Do I want text back to the wall section? No, I'm going to say no to that. And walls, no. So all of the model items I ignore. All of the components and lines, etc., that I've added to the detail, I'm going to say yes to. So now that I've got just the specific things selected that I want, I'm going to say OK to that. And so there they are. You can see the detail components, the furring channel, the metal, flashing, etc. So I'm going to take all of that and copy it over to my wall section. So you can use a Control-C or a right-click and copy. Where is... Oh, I thought I could right-click copy, but I can't. So I'm off screen. You're going to have to just do a Control-C. So now that has been copied. Now I'm going to flip back to the originating wall section, and you can see there it is. And I'm going to paste this now. But instead of me trying to line up the paste, I'm going to go into my Modify tab. There it is. I'm in my Modify Select tab. And under the Paste button, you can see a drop down. If I pick the drop down, I'm going to scroll down to the one that says Aligned to Current View. Because this callout was taken from this wall section, I can align it to the current view, and when I just click on this, my selected items will paste themselves exactly where I took them from. So there they are. They're in place. If I wasn't happy with any position, I could still move things, and then I'm going to hit Escape, and it's done. So now my wall section has the same information that I spent time drawing on my detail. Now I do have to adjust a few things. I'm going to highlight this detail component, this multi-select component, and I'm going to place it. I'm going to just expand it. I'm just grabbing on that little purple circle, and I'm expanding it down so that it fills the wall height. So you can see now this looks more like a traditional drawing where my wall section, although it will be at a smaller scale of 1 to 20, it still has the pieces of the drawing that are necessary to help it read. So that is a huge step and a time saver. Now, if you do make any changes to a wall section or a detail, you are going to have to copy and paste those items again. But you saw how quick it is. It is fairly quick, and it fills in the necessary information. Okay. The ideal direction for this might be in the future if you were working and you knew you had to add this kind of level of detail to your wall section. I might, as we would do in AutoCAD, add my detail to the wall section as I'm doing wall sections, and then benefit from that in the callouts. So copy and paste from wall section to callout after the fact. So again, it's easy to do, and it's possible to go in either direction, and something that you have to add to your wall sections. And let's just go quickly to the wall sections sheet and see how that reads at 1 to 20. So there it is. You can see the sections that are empty, lacking the detail, and then you can see the wall section that has the information. And so that's how it should read. That's how it would look on a regular working drawing. You can see the bottom half of that would have to be completed as well. But once you do it one time, copy and paste to the callouts.